There, trip to town. This is one store I've never actually filmed. It's the Castorama store. It's a beautiful store. At least I don't think I've ever filmed in here. It's another big box store. Little bits of everything. Sinks, furniture, loads and loads of stuff. He's just looking at a few dishes right now. Got all this stuff. They also have tools, tile, hardware, you name it. Loads and loads and loads of stuff. And carts. I was just chuckling myself pushing this thing that now I know how Russians get so fit. It's because I always seem to grab a cart that wants to go the wrong way. They have carts with four-wheel steering and it always points the wrong direction. So the cart's trying to yank to the left and you're always pulling to the right, trying to keep it straight. I'm exaggerating. It's not that much work, but I do seem to always get the wrong cart. What are y'all looking for, Ma?
Lots of different things.
Lots of stuff.
Today is the day. I gotta start buying things for the house.
Buying some stuff for the house. There you go. Well, they have things here. They have lots of things here. So you should be able to have no problem finding some things. I can help you grab a couple things. How many things?
Everything.
You want 10 things? I'll grab you 10 things and then we can go. No. Other side of the store, they've got rugs. You want this rug?
Yeah, something like this is very good.
Lots and lots of rugs. Rugs, mats. Fun stuff for the kids.
Look at these rugs. Roads on them.
Yeah, those are cool, eh? Kids can play.
Stranger.
Cement mixes, things like that. Tiles. Cute little dog. Furniture. We were just commenting, I think it was this one. I can't remember exactly. We were here looking for one, and they don't have it. It's out of stock. But they still have it, and that was a month and a bit ago. Anyway, it's still sitting here. So you couldn't order it because it was, I can't remember if it was that one, but it wasn't for order anymore because they weren't making them. But the display's still here. Doors, all sorts of other hardwares, nuts, bolts. Big store. Lots of stuff. Indoor and outdoor. So I really like these big stores because you can get a little bit of everything in them. It's convenient. Unfortunately, none of them carry everything, so I usually have to visit 3 or 4 different big stores anyways. The reason I don't like them, I guess that was the pros. The cons is that they unfortunately take up a lot of small stores. When we were younger, there was a lot more small businesses in Ontario, yet in the small towns, and now a lot of the Ontario towns, the downtowns are empty. All the little businesses are gone, and what you have now instead is these big box stores like a Walmart or a Home Depot or something has moved in. And so in that sense it's sad because instead of having 100 little small stores, little mom and pop shops, you end up with this big corporate store. And a lot of that money, although they do some stuff in the community, a lot of that money ends up going elsewhere, and it doesn't stay in the community in the same way that a mom and pop shop would. And so our preference is still to support mom and pop shops if possible. But of course it's really hard for mom and pop shops to compete price-wise with the big box stores. So I don't know, there's pros and cons. You like that one? Nice and soft? And go to sleep. Night night. I gotta say, this is not supposed to be a Castorama video, and it won't be, but they do have a lot more selection here. I never really noticed as far as tools. So I've complained about that before. One of the other stores that just had a lot of the same stuff hanging on the wall. But there is kind of a selection here of stuff. This is all rivets and pliers. I was at the other store and they had a whole wall, but it was basically all, they have that here too. Like these are the same, here's 3 that are the same. You know, so there is a lot that is actually the same. But there is still more variety here than I've seen at the other stores. Right, so this looks like a lot, but literally these 4 are all the same. This is the same, these 3 are the same, these 3 are the same, these 3 are the same, those 2 are the same. And so when you stand back and look, you're like, wow, lots of tools. But it really isn't selling much because most of it's identical product. But they still do have a bit more selection than I think they had at OBI. I think. Little bits of everything. Mama looking at drapes. You didn't know I was going to turn the camera on, did you?
No, I'm waiting. was trying to have a conversation with you.
That's fine. You can do a conversation.
I need one more of these.
They are the same, are they not? 2 meter by 260, 260. You need 5 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, I will have a look. We moved over to Leroy Merlin's. A little bit more shopping to do. Spotlights, we were short. They finally had enough of them here. And now some drapes. Yeah, look both ways before you can cross. Go! We're getting far enough on our house to start with decor stuff, eh? Your last house, you never even got any curtains, did you? Never got that far.
We have blinds.
Did we?
Yeah, we have blinds. Did we not?
No, I don't think we did.
No, we never did.
We never had anything, man. To mind you, we never had anybody that could look in our windows anyway.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
There's nothing but bush behind us, right? Thousands of acres of bush.
Yeah, all around us is bush. Except
Yeah.
for mine.
I should say thousands of hectares, because they won't understand acres, some folks.
This is shorter.
Interesting thought. I was just thinking here. So acres translates as sot for some reason, and sot translates as acres, but they're not the same thing. One sot is 1,000 square meters, I think, or something. It's a very small area, actually. So you can buy a house, a little village house in most towns for like 13 sot or 14 sot or 10 sot, something like that, which translates into English as 10 acres, which makes it look like a really cheap parcel, but in fact it's actually a very small yard. I forget how many sot are in a hectare, but it's a very small area, put it that way. So it's interesting because when we tell people we had a 200-acre farm, I wonder also if in Russian that translates to 200 sot. Which would be a very small little farm. It wouldn't be anything significant. Where a 200-acre farm, I think, is reasonable amount. It translates to about 80 hectares, roughly. 90 hectares? Yeah, 80 hectares probably. So 80 hectares is a lot more than 200 sot, but is the same as 200 acres. A little confusion between languages. They're looking for drawer slides for the kitchen. I just think this is amusing. That's what I was saying earlier. So they got lots of stuff on display, but every single one's the same here. And this is all the exact same on this panel, and that's all the same on that panel, and those are all the same on that panel. Rather than having one of everything displayed. But anyway, underneath that, they do have a lot of little hardware pieces here and stuff in the Leroy's. So I need some drawer slides for our kitchen drawers right now. This area is actually really nice. Lots of little knickknacks and things. All sorts of stuff. We actually found some cast iron stuff over here that looked kind of cool too. They have on display. Lots of stuff. I'm sorry, the day's over. Look how dark it is already. And I just didn't film anymore. It's so challenging because you're just going in and out of stores, and I find that's kind of boring. And now we're back in the vehicle, about to go. Waiting for the light here right now. You can see how dark it is. We're just beside Switzerland Park. It's so beautiful. So I think Anneesa was just commenting we should go for a walk there again. I think we're gonna have to do that. Right? Uh-huh. She was just saying, so I cut her off. Hey?
Yeah, the lights are coming out. We weren't here last year this time, so.
Yeah. It was very, very pretty. We showed up January 7th, and then we were sick when we got here, so we kind of laid low for about 2 weeks. And then I think a lot of the lights were gone. We don't remember these lights, and so that's what Anneesa was saying. Maybe they put them away. There's a lot of these lights over the streets and stuff right now. Anyway, it's very pretty. We'll catch y'all later.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday then it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in